Today we are going to get rid of an old washing machine. It works, but it's leaking water out the bottom of it. I don't like that. So we're gonna get a new one. It's about time anyway. I've had this one since 2013. We're gonna be getting rid of this guy. And we're gonna get a new one. We gotta have to take this one out, and then we're gonna bring the new one in, but we gotta get this one out of here first. Okay, it's usually right tiny. Does that mean it's off now?
I think so.
Okay, and let's unplug it. Oh. It's absolutely disgusting. What table here? There's a little bit of water, and it scared me.
Okay. Beautiful.
I have wrangled my sons into helping with the new washing machine, and they look so excited about it. We did it. It works. It's amazing. Yay! I'm so happy. Today, we are going to do our stories out on the porch. It's warmer, but still a little cold, so I am going to have some coffee. And I'm going to put my favorite thing in the coffee. Bailey's. Look, it even has a heart on it because it's so yummy. So we're going to go outside to do the stories, but it's still a little chilly. I got my coffee that you just saw me make with Bailey's in. And I need to bring a blanket for my dad's legs because he likes being in shorts. And instead of making him put on pants, I told him he can just stay in shorts and I will bring him out a blanket. So that's what we're doing. Okay, give the camera a second to adjust to the light. Okay. Okay.
I think there should be some sweet rolls out here too.
No. Come on, light. Come on. Okay. All right.
All right.
We are getting situated. The old man decided to sit on that side. Where's your coffee?
Right there.
You have a table. Put it on the table.
Well, I didn't know if you were going to put something up there or not. So.
No, I got a blanket.
Okay.
But it's actually pretty warm out here.
Yeah. Want to stay in the sun.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, Dad, are you ready for more story time?
Oh, I'm ready. What are we going to talk about today?
What about your mom a little bit?
Okay, you're going to have to keep me primed.
I'll try. I will try.
Okay. Okay, are we rolling?
Yes.
Oh, we're rolling. Okay. My mama's family lived at 69th and Paulina in Chicago. Oh, so many things are going through my mind. My grandpa was like only 5 foot something and smoked those little black cigars. Whew, they were rough. God love him. He had a good heart. I remember a story about him spank my mama, and he'd spank her and cry. Spank her and cry. He loved his kid. He never wanted to hurt him. Grandpa wound up having Alzheimer's, and he used to have a cart that he'd go around the neighborhood with that had vegetables in it. Because right in the backyard there was Grandpa had set up a vegetable garden. So he'd go around the neighborhood sell his vegetables, but as his Alzheimer's got worse, Grandpa'd keep going. And then the family would all have to get out of the house and start searching for Grandpa and find out where he's at and bring him back home. From what I can remember, he was just a sweet person. And then there was the time when my mama, we never had a lot of food. And my family during that time, the Depression, my grandma would fix what they called blood sausage. She had it on the stove. Well, Mama was hungry. So Mama went ahead and grabbed a piece of that blood sausage out of the pan, and Grandma caught her. And Mama went ahead and hit that back door on a dead run. Grandma hit the back door on a dead run too with a knife. Grandma threw that sucker and caught my mother right in the back and dropped her. I'll be damned. You know, it was the last time anybody ever stolen anything from food from Grandma. Grandma was just bad news. In my family, there was Uncle Frank, Aunt Rita, and Aunt Rose, Aunt Lucille, and my mama. Rita, Rose, and Frank were like a tight knit group. They made life, I guess, from what I'm understanding, pretty much hell for everybody. They didn't like Mama and my Aunt Lou, so my Mama and my Aunt Lou were the two of the youngest. They played a lot of hell, and I've only met in my whole life. I only met Aunt Rita, my Aunt Rose, and my Uncle Frank one time, and that was it. I never saw him again. But I do remember Uncle Frank. He was all hair. You know how some people have a lot of hair? He didn't need to wear a t-shirt. I mean, that's like a dang gorilla.
Being an Italian family, did you guys have big, like
Oh.
Sunday dinners type thing?
Yeah, oh yeah, those are something. The thing is with us, there's so dang many Italians. When we had those, we do it like at the forest reserves, and everybody bring food. You couldn't have it at somebody's house. There's too damn many of us.
Your mom wanted you to be so American that she wouldn't even teach you Italian.
Oh no, Mama would not teach us Italian. I would beg and beg and beg, and it made no difference. And then she'd say, "Oh, I don't remember any of it." That was bullshit. She'd get on the phone with Grandpa when Grandpa was alive, and hear, and I thought I said, "Hey Ma, I thought you said you didn't remember it." She said, "Oh, once in a while I remember, a little." Lie to me, boy, I'm gonna tell you what. But she wouldn't teach. But I wanted to learn my language, and Mama wouldn't teach us because she wanted us to be American. My mama worked in the bakery. When I was UA and they were chasing my little happy ass, they went to the bakery and picked up the FBI. Went to the bakery and picked up my mama and took her out for questioning.
I'm sure she was really happy about that.
Oh yeah, but that had to have been exciting, I mean, shit. I knew that they were going to be like that. So, like, if I wanted to keep in touch with Mother, I would have to go ahead and I would send her a letter once in a great while, but with a different address on it, different state, and then I'd go to that state and drop it off. And I mean, me and the FBI had a damn good run.
Tell me about how your handwriting got to
Oh.
be so good.
Oh, yeah. When I was growing up in Chicago, in our old neighborhood, we had a prairie. Snakes never bothered me, so I would always play with the snakes. I mean, my purpose was to go out into that prairie, turn over all the trash that I could find until I could find me some snakes, and I'd put the snakes in my pocket, and I'd take them to school. Those were fun days. I remember I took some to school and I forgot about them in my pocket. And I put my clothes in the dirty wash for Mom to wash them. And Mother, she goes through everything. So she was digging her hands into my pocket. Surprise, surprise. Out came those snakes, and boy, and she beat my ass so bad. It was not, but you know what? I never put any more damn snakes in. Well, I always made sure I didn't have any in my pockets. But when you handle snakes like that, your handwriting goes to instant shit. I mean, after a while, I could hardly write my name, and I had to really work at it. I had to really concentrate on writing my name again because of all that wiggling shit in my hands. What else you want to hear about?
What about Aunt Judi? Didn't you have a stepfather?
Oh, we had.
That was mean.
We had a couple of stepfathers. The one that was a Blackfoot Indian, Roy Huff. That son of a bitch needed killing. He was in the Army, and he had some maps, which was kind of fascinating for me as a kid, Excuse me, I gotta have some coffee. Okay, so Roy Huff and I never did get along, because the only thing that he knew was do this, do that, go over there and do that, go over there and do this. we had a nice home, you know, and the backyard wanted to get it dug up so we could plant things. And he's sitting on the friggin' back steps telling me what he wants me to do. And I got the shovel and I'm working. I decided, this is bullshit. I turned around to him. I looked at him. I held the shovel on the balance of this finger. And I'm holding the shovel and I said, you know what you can do with this shovel? I said, you can shove it up your ass. And I threw it up in the air and I took off down the damn road. It's a good thing he didn't come after me. I was so mad. I remember him and I had it out one time, and I decided, you know, I'm not going to do anything. Mom was always telling me, you know, don't start no shit. I started just whistling because when I get really pissed, then I just whistle because it helps me to calm down and control myself. I'm whistling, and I'm going back in my bedroom. I shut the door, and that fool comes in my bedroom. And he latches me around the throat, choking me. And boy, here comes my sister. God love her. She jumped on his back and wrapped her arms around his neck and started pulling him back. That broke his hold on me. And I reached back like I was reaching for, I don't know, a brick or what. And I come around and I hit that head. It felt so good. And I had a brand new watch on. And I hit him, and my watch went flying. He went down. My sister got off of his ass. He got up and walked out.
But wasn't Aunt Judy screaming something when she was on his
Oh,
back?
yeah, she was howling, kill him. She wanted me to kill him. Kill him, kill him, kill him. He went back to his people in Pennsylvania, and Mother got rid of his little happy ass.
I have to pause for a second because I have to show them this visitor. He loves my dad, and he's now wondering why he is outside and he can't come cuddle with him. He does not like us not being around him.
That Laz.
Yes, he's in the window looking at you, wondering what you're doing.
You got him all upset.
He's very upset that we're not inside with him. Yes, I see you.
A while back, I talked about Rich Schombacher, and a couple other stories came to mind. One, Rich and I flipped this truck. It was going up to a stoplight, which was not going to stop. And they still had the green light, so they were going to continue going. Well, him and I didn't want to go anywhere. So he jumped off, and I jumped off. And as I started across the street, because this was like in the middle, this car hit me. What I remember is that on the headlights, Ford used to have like a little cover that would come out over the headlight, come to a point. And that caught me in the side of my leg, threw me up in the air. I think I did 2 flips. And then I came back across the driver's windshield, shattered his windshield, and fell in the road. And I tried to get up, and it was just that leg was really, really hurting. Rich was on the sidewalk watching this, and he came running out, and he said, "Come on, we need to go." And I said, I can hardly move at all. I said, my leg. He says, need to get out of here before your mom finds out. You'd be surprised how well I felt. Rich threw my arm over his shoulder. We hobbled back to the sidewalk, and this guy comes out of his car. "Come here, kid. I need to take you to the doctor. Come here, kid." I said, "It ain't gonna happen. We're out of here." So Rich and I took off down the back road, down through the alleys to get back home, especially before Ma found out. And for a week after that, Rich would come to my house and help me go to school. Mom never found out. And there was another time.
Playing Army.
Oh, yeah. Because I was saying, we used to go out to the prairie, which was right on the other side of the viaduct. We would play Army out there. I was trying to hide from Rich, and I dived into this patch of trash. And I looked down, and damn it, my leg was just bleeding. And what I had done, I had jumped onto a broken beer bottle or wine bottle or whatever. And the point of that had gone into my knee. So I had blood all over the place. Rich came, threw me over his shoulder, took my little happy ass home.
You were pretty rough with your body.
Tell me about it. My body's telling it now. I would go out, do all kinds of shit, come home a bloody mess. And my sister would stay up, waiting for me to come home so she could wash me up before Mom found out. If Mom found out I was doing all that fighting, all that shit, oh, she'd have beaten my ass 20 times. But my sister covered for me.
Aww.
Yeah. She was, my sister is a sweetheart. She kept me out of trouble. it'd have been all over. This guy's name was Joe Regula. Him and two of his brothers had been in the Army. So he figured he was a badass. So we used to go to a Tina and a sock hop in Argo. And once you go into Argo, you got to be prepared to fight your way out. He either tried to get my sister drunk or he called her a whore. Not a good thing. I caught him at this dance. I told him he needed to step outside so I could whip his ass. So we went out in the back alley. I had on a pink shirt, a blue tie with tinsel through it, and a white pullover. I was cool. So we got in the alley, and because I knew there was going to be blood, I didn't want to get all that stuff filled with blood. So I took all that off except for my t-shirt. The fight didn't last long. I opened up his little happy ass face. Blood all over the place. And him laying there. And I had somebody was holding my clothes. So I got my clothes, got myself cleaned up a little bit. And we all took off and went to a pizza place that was over on Archer Avenue. Me and my sister, a couple of girls and a couple of other guys, were sitting there in the pizza place having pizza. And the ambulance goes by, his ambulance goes by. And jokingly, I said to my sister, I said, you know who the hell's in there? My sister said, who? And I said, that's Joe Regula. I said, I went ahead and took care of that matter. Later on, I find out it was Joe Regula, and his mother had me up before the judge for beating the piss out of her son. And he's there, with all these stitches and bandages and all that other poor baby. The judge asked me what happened. So his mother's there weeping, making the big scene. He asked me what happened, so I told him. And the judge, I remember, he leaned forward and he said to me, I would have killed him. And I looked at the judge, and the judge said, case dismissed. And I walked out of there, this big shit-eating grin on my face. I said, yeah, mess with the DeMarcos again, see what the hell we do to you.
All right, I think we're going to call it there for this video. We have more coming.
Okay.
Probably space them out, but he's got a lot of stories. He just has to remember them.
And I hope that everybody out there watching this winds up with a wonderful family like I have, and especially a beautiful, beautiful daughter that takes care of this old fart.
He says that stuff when I'm stuck having to hold the camera and I can't make him be quiet. That's when he says this stuff.
Thanks for watching.
Lazaro, what are you begging Liam for? He has an obsession with fake cheese.